Are you tired of the same old weekend routine, looking for something new and exciting?
Then get ready to rev your engines at Throttle and Swing, the ultimate entertainment destination at NOLA Motorsports Park.
That's right, we're talking an 80 configuration go-kart track that'll have you feeling like a pro racer.
But that's not all. We've also got a brand new 18-hole mini golf course and a state-of-the-art arcade.
Delicious craft pizza kitchen and a full bar. Think unique cocktails, gourmet coffee, and the perfect place to refuel after all the fun.
Plus, relax in our outdoor lawn area with the playground, live music stage, a huge television for watch parties, and free Wi-Fi too. It's perfect for work or play.
And if you're planning a party, Throttle and Swing can handle it. Any size gathering, we've got you covered.
So, what are you waiting for? Head over to NOLA Motorsports Park on the West Bank and experience the unparalleled excitement of Throttle and Swing.
Throttle and Swing at NOLA Motorsports Park. Get your adrenaline pumping. Chocolate lovers rejoice. Scandalous Chocolates has arrived in New York with 4 sensational new varieties.
That's right. They aren't just chocolates. They're an experience. Premium edibles crafted with the finest ingredients, blending sweet and savory sophistication.
We're talking 20 milligrams premium chocolate lips, sleekly packaged, perfect for on-the-go indulgence. Nuts, fruits, caramel, it's an affair you can take anywhere.
At just $10, it's an affordable luxury. Fair trade, single origin, gluten-free, and vegan. Find Scandalous Chocolates at quality dispensaries like Travel Agency in Gotham.
Scandalous Chocolates. When you're in New York, awaken your senses and delight your palate.
The affair you could take anywhere. Scandalous. Are you looking for a unique New Orleans experience?
Check out New Orleans artist Frenchie at FrenchieLive.com.
Featuring original artworks, prints, and more. See it all at www.frenchielive.com.
Live event bookings are available. The gallery is open by appointment only.
And for private showings or parties, email info@frenchielive.com.
Experience the art. Experience the artist. Frenchie Gallery. www.frenchielive.com.
Hey, Jay, you hungry? Like really hungry?
Yeah, I'm in the mood for oysters. Hey, let's check out Trenas.
Oysters? I love oysters.
Trenas features a wide variety of local oysters. Char, grilled, baked, and on the half shell, even the famous oyster log.
Oyster log? I heard about that. You get 6 each of their signature baked oysters, plus 6 fried, all on a cypress slab?
42 oysters. We are going to love it. Trenas is located in the Hotel Intercontinental, 444 St. Charles Avenue, right on the parade route.
Sweet. When can we go?
7 days a week for lunch and dinner, plus a mimosa brunch on weekends, and happy hour daily from 3 to 6.
Happy hour? Nah, you're talking my language.
Great drinks, great wine list. An award-winning chef, Matthew Farmer, leads a team serving the best seafood in New Orleans. Trenas.
Trenas. Got it. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, here we go with the 504. Oh, no, we're on the wrong one here.
It's all good.
But we got a vibe, y'all. We got a vibe. I can tell by your smile that you're in my tribe. We got a vibe. Here we go with the Only Good Vibes News Network. We're here in the Fan Cave. We got the Palo Santos going and the Sage, and we're about to do the Zen cards as usual. We got Lionel Milton here with us here today. Lionel, what's happening?
Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's going on, guys? Hey,
Welcome
Whistle.
to the show.
Hey, Jamie. Hey, Whistle. What's
you
up, fellas?
thinking about this new dig, son?
I love this place. It's amazing. It's
Not
really
some
amazing.
radio
Yeah, special
joint,
in here, huh?
The radio is
Amazing.
our heart. But
Really
we
dope.
got our teeth. So it's not, we don't have bad blood for that. But
This is great.
this
I
is
love
the
it.
new spot for Only Good Vibes News Network. And
Love
we
it.
felt we had to have you back. A lot of our first guests, he was one of our guys on our first shows. And we, like, Super Bowls, bro. They can never take that from us.
That's right.
Who that?
Especially when you bring
Who
a good
that?
vibe, we want you back.
Yes.
You bring
And
it
we want
in,
you to,
we
we want
it
to kind of show off our new joint.
I appreciate it. I appreciate this is beautiful, man. I love
Yeah,
it. I love the vibe. I love the look. I love it all. The Saints theme, the NOLA theme, the Louisiana theme. Just
That's us.
the right theme. So,
That's
Yeah,
segue right
that's where
into
we're at.
this show, bro. Right into the Only Good Vibes News Network, which is what we all about. You know the whole vibe. We're gonna burn Apollo Santos' sage, get the energy, and it's positive vibe, energy, blessing all of us in here. And dude, you know how many times? This is 4 years that we've been in this place, and I've been burning Paulo Santos in almost every.
It's
fucking
coded,
day.
man. We must have
Yeah,
good vibes in the
exactly.
wall.
It's
Good
energy.
vibes in the wall.
But we got the cards. We got
some
Mr.
Zen
Vibes
cards.
here. This show would not be available to anybody if it wasn't for NOLA Motorsports Park, one of our major sponsors, and then also Scandalous Chocolates, of
course.
our boy Miggs down in New York City. And then we also have your brother in art and arms in New Orleans, Frenchie. Is a major sponsor.
word.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Yo, what up, Frenchie? What's up, boy?
Who that? Who
What
that?
it do?
And we also
What it
got
do?
Trenas. Trenas is a good friend of mine. He has a restaurant inside the Hotel Intercontinental.
Right
God
on.
damn, must have been them trees, son. But they-
That's a lot of syllables. Intercontinental.
so yeah, so he's those are our four sponsors. We love those guys, and we say thank you to them every time. And we're gonna get into these Zen cards. Pull them. The left, the one that's, and I don't want to say left, maybe no more right, but just the first card. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with that.
just
Right?
the first
The
one.
first card is Grace.
Grace.
And for those people at home who's looking at us, grace is on one side. It says, the beauty of grace is that you receive blessings for no reason. As above, so below. Practice random acts of grace. Give to others for no reason. Offer kindness to those who are undeserving. Love those who no one else loves. Practice grace. Bro, let me tell you something. It almost brought a tear to my eye. Because I rarely talk about politics, but I'll put something on social media and I'll put hashtag I sometimes talk about politics because the shit gets under my skin. And saying that, bro, the part that really got me when I was reading that was just like, you know, giving grace. And I'm thinking about the thing I posted this morning. I was pretty upset because I'm ice and shit's all here and making people, just anybody making somebody feel uncomfortable really just bums me out, you know?
Word.
And I have to live like that, like not want to be able to go to the store, not be able to come here. And I mean, that's just, it's just not what America, in my opinion. I'm Native American and African American, so I know what the fuck America is. I'm not trying to say like it's some brand new thing, but just to see it in my lifetime in such in a bad, just rude way, and half the country is looking a different way. When I hear this grace thing, man, it really touched my soul. It really like that's what this is about. Good vibes only, and that's what we have. And you know, this helped me today. You know, just
That's
from
what's
the
up.
first card, man.
That's
You know
what's
what I
up,
mean?
man.
And then the next one is prosperity. Prosperity.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel it today, boys. Prosperity. Prosperity is not in what you have attained, but rather in what you give away. For it is only when you become empty that you can be filled with something greater.
Crazy.
Bam.
That's crazy.
Boom. Lock, loaded. So let's go, bro. That's
crazy.
That's
There you
a,
go.
that's a good vibe right
That's a
there,
good
son.
vibe.
Straight out
Beautiful,
Like,
bro.
real,
Beautiful
for real.
energy, right? Huh?
And,
Come on.
and
Feeling
right
that.
on brand as always with the Zen cards, you know, especially that first one there in terms of just the things that you say all the time, the big six, and you know, all that sort of fits in with grace. You
Yeah,
know?
fucking ducks
So-
going
so
up and down my arms.
I love it
bro.
when that happens. Prosperity, of course,
Duck
prosperity
bumps.
arrived because we have
You get them duck bumps.
we have in our midst one of the most prosperous, one of the most successful local New Orleans artists to grab a paintbrush in the last 50 years.
Yes.
Lionel Milton, welcome to the studio.
Yo, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. Not only did he do a great job with art for God knows how long, but
Yo,
on speaking vibes and energy,
Right.
my man brought us gifts.
I had to. Come
And he
on.
brought
My
us
people.
this, and it's the good Dr.
You
John's
know it.
birthday today.
Yeah.
So we
See
want
that
to
camera
shout
one,
out.
camera 5.
All right,
We
shout out
want
to
to
John.
shout out to Dr. John on his birthday. His
Absolutely.
heavenly birthday.
in the motherfucking
And
house.
thanks for bringing the fire art. We're going to be
Absolutely.
showing
Yeah,
it all
absolutely.
throughout
No
the
problem.
show. So if you're
you.
listening to this on the
pleasure.
podcast,
Bro, you know
go
rock.
over to the YouTube.
rock.
And you can get a look at the Dr. John, and you'll see all the different art of Lionel's that we'll be highlighting during the show, including Lionel's own T-shirt, which he has on today, and then mine, which is an old school Lionel original.
Oh, I've been around a minute.
from the smokers world.
That's fire.
We got this one here. We have one of Derek's new tunes on our other show, the FanCave.
Nice.
Fuck around and find out.
Yo, I saw him at Jazz Fest this year.
Yeah.
Performing. It was amazing.
It was killer. It
Yeah,
really
he
was,
killed the game on
it was
that
so
one,
great.
yo,
I see
yo.
our boy up there on the Gentilly stage, on the big stage.
In the
When
big
we-
stage,
Big
yeah.
stage.
I was like, look at Brother D doing his thing. So
When
yeah,
we interviewed D, like I already knew he was talented and he did some acting and he did some of this, but apparently like he did this ever since he was put here to do all this. Like he was a kid, doing
prodigy.
shit for. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, you find the day you stop learning is the day you die.
Man,
And
he
I
from
learned that
H-Town.
day.
But we was at, he a little younger than me, but we was in, he from Houston. But I
Right.
went to Houston for high school my first
Oh,
year.
wow.
So he knew the school I went to. I knew the school he went to.
What?
So
wow.
we linked up. We didn't even know each other in Houston, but we linked up. He was a prodigy kid that went to UNO.
What?
He was one of the prodigy drummer kids.
Dude.
So we linked up here in New Orleans and we started talking about Houston. So I've known D for years, man. He's mad child. He's a prodigy. He's a prodigy
Free
kid,
man. Thank
Yeah.
you for letting us use that tune too, man. You always welcome on any one of these shows. We need to get him back on here again. Yeah.
Man,
Yep.
he's the man.
But you got Soul Brass Band right there. Made the roof.
Oh, yeah, there
part
we
of
go
the
right
fan
there.
cave, a permanent part of the fan cave.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
The
I'm
vibe
loving
is
that.
strong.
A lot of people on these walls, a lot
Mad
of
love
memories.
for Derek.
Yeah, his family. I mean, that's the thing about it. It feels really warm in here. I love all the stuff about, Louisiana and the sports and all. But the other ancillary things you have is so personal, And some stuff I look around, I'm looking at, I'm like, I know that person, or I know that thing, or I know
know where that came
not all
from,
of, Not
right?
all of it, but some of them, I'm like, I know where that came from.
So a lot of this stuff I like to make a joke and tell people, which is kind of true. When me and my wife got married, and whenever you get married, if people are married, it's like your wife will be like, that shit ain't going in the house. Like all the shit that can't go
Right.
in.
I heard about it.
This is like the not refugee, the what do you call it? Orphan stuff that
got
had
you.
nowhere to go. That I turned into some beautiful magic.
This is
And
the
it's really
archive
dope.
right here.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
exactly.
archive.
As we build our archives, Jay.
Boom.
Absolutely. I dig this.
So let's jump in with my man. So, bro,
What's up?
besides welcome, thanks for your time, because your time is the most important thing that we have on this earth. And we like to just lay it down and lay out the law and just say, do whatever you want to do here, because we just want to show people and let them know all the good things that you're doing. That's why we chose you to be on the show, and anybody else is on this show. We feel that they're doing great things in the community, so that's why we want them here. So you can feel free to tell folks so they can get come and see some of your stuff right now while they're watching.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
And if you want to any latest gigs that you did you're excited about, any upcoming things that you're excited about that you want to hit us with that off the bat, please know that that's all welcome.
Right on.
But Jamie and I just gonna chop it up with you and talk about some
No
things we
worries.
like.
That's cool, man. We can just chop it.
A lot of times I like to enter through the lens of these Zen cards because we do them all the time. And the one that really struck me today was prosperity. And I just wanted to talk with you a little bit about the varied aspects of your career as an artist, because you're not just a fine artist, you're also a commercial artist, and you're also an arts educator.
Yeah.
And all such important things. And some people make a whole career out of one of those things.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about how you got into these varied things. So maybe start with commercial art.
I started young, So started real young. Turned pro at 15, but by the time I was 18, I kind of aged and leveled out of that part of my career, right? So as they say these days, pivot into something new.
Sure.
So at the time, it wasn't, computers weren't really a big thing. Graphic design was out. They were still using like Amber Lit, Ruby Lit, stuff like that. Just kind of getting into the computer stuff. But I drew all my life, since a kid. So the advantage I had and what kept me in the game, which I cannot believe, and I wrote this several times, how did I get through the 90s without knowing how to use a computer? I had no idea how to use one, so I didn't learn until like the late 90s, right? And what I was able to do and what kept me in the game is I was able to draw really, really well. And I practiced every day. And it's kind of like that's what kind of got me into the commercial part of it, because by drawing and the advantage I had by drawing and not having a computer, I didn't have any computer assistance, and I couldn't do a lot of stuff you can do nowadays, which I use more now. But I was able to develop a really unique style. So, by being so young, getting in the game, knowing how to carry myself as well as have a very unique style, it definitely made me stand out. So that was the way I got into more graphic and more commercial art. That it was basically how I look at it now, and I kind of looked at it then and kept me in the game, was that it's just basically your style of what you do with their product plastered on it. Right. And you guys go forward. That's the game. So once I looked at it like that, it didn't matter who called or what happened. So I never got jaded or got in the fog of, oh, so-and-so called, or, oh, I'm doing this for that. I understood it from the beginning. You like this style. It matters not. Most time I did like the product,
Sure.
And we're going to put that together and go. And so once I had that mindset and I had enough, I guess, of a portfolio to show stuff I'd done, I just been rolling with it for decades now.
You've done so many different products. I know you were involved with Red Bull and with Heineken, with Bud Light, with endless amount of sort of brands. But is there a particular standout, some product or project in commercial art that really stands out for you as something you're very proud of? Not really. Yeah. It's all the same. It's all the same because it's all commercial. You know what I'm saying? So, end of the day, it's big business and it's a big box thing or something that's out there like that. So, I could say, hey, I'm happy that I did a project with X, so-and-so with such and such, with the list goes on. But there's no particular project that I would say like, yo, that commercially really got me going, because that's work. It's almost like if I came home from acting, and I'm happy to be an actor, but I came home from acting and said, how was your day? I'm like, my day was fucked up, man. I had to jump off a roof. I had to remember all these goddamn lines. I had to eat this crappy ass food, except the shit that the caterers made that was great, I had to keep doing the thing over and over and over again. It fucking sucked. So that's how it feels sometimes. But I'm happy that I get to be an artist. So, but that's how it is.
So I wanted to make sure that I listened to everything, because I had a bunch of things that was going through me. But the first thing that I felt from hearing you say that is, I know you for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know this part that I just heard about your approach to the situation that you're doing, and how I came pro at 15. Then I love it the way that, we all love sports. I love it how obviously where we are 25 years ago and then where we are now is we think differently. But being able to capsulize those thoughts, put them into a beacon of understanding for the most randomest person by saying, hey, I became really good at 15. I did this thing for a long time, but I did it with these goggles on, with this view, with this thing. And a lot of people don't look at a business, let alone an artist, making something that they've created themselves and looking at it like that, because almost sometimes it can become, not always, because I don't like to generalize, but sometimes you're so focused on creating till we don't really get a chance to do the part where it's, I gotta understand what I'm doing, making a plan. Because second question was gonna be like, I'm wondering who is some of the people, or maybe it's just you and like trial and error, but was inspiring towards you to having that type of thinking on an approach of something that you created that's highly publicized, really high-end stuff, as far as you're going to do something with Red Bull, you're going to do something with Heineken, but still having something you built yourself, did all that, but the motivation of coming from it as, I know that this is a place. And that's just one of the things that Jamie mentioned, the commercial side. We have the other two to come too, but I'm just wondering, how did you come up with that energy, that thought of you just look back and said it, but when you were becoming up to be an artist, to go down those roads, was there anybody who you looked at and said Michael Jordan, I don't know, Tiger Woods, whoever. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was. Two people I can think of off the top of my head, and it may sound crazy. Well, actually three. Ernie Barnes, who, as most people know, he did the artwork, Good Times, the JJ.
Yeah.
So Ernie Barnes, huge fan, because that's the first thing I saw on TV, that and Fat Albert, right? So, commercial, that blew my mind.
But and for me, It's a fine arts major that your boy that knows. I never looked at those two comparisons in your art, but there is a lot of some of the things that you did kind of right into that zone.
Well, yeah, it's the first thing you see. I mean, we're visual people, so, and so when I saw that, I was like, that's the first black people I saw visually. So Ernie Barnes and Bill Cosby, wow, amazing, So as far as categorizing it and kind of, and this may sound crazy, I looked at, because at the time I lived in, Rodney Mullen, he's a skateboarder, right? So I thought Rodney Mullen was amazing because he uses right brain and left brain. He's like the godfather of street skating, right? Yeah. So he was real smart in school at the time. He made straight A's, did real well, but he was a freestyle skater, and he went into street skating. So I thought it was amazing that Mullen kind of could switch categories. He can do, he didn't do much vert, and so I looked at how Tony Hawk could do vert. Mullen could do freestyle, and at the time they had the Bones Brigade, like let's just say, because Steve Caballero could do street. Yeah. So I saw the categories of it. I saw the categories of street, vert, and freestyle. And in the music, I saw the same thing in different things. So I said, fuck it. Rather it's an art or not, it's the same thing for me. So when, like Jamie said, be an art educator, do commercial art, and do my own art. I looked at it like basketball. Motherfucker, you better have a jump shot. You better be able to dunk. You better miss your free throws, and you better hit all your fucking threes too. So that's how I look at art. You better be good at all the different categories and all the different subcategories too. So I have more like a love, passion, just not even, I'll live 17 million lifetimes. I'll never scratch the surface of the creativity I have in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what's going on and how I see it. So that's my approach.
I love it because it can go with anything.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
And kids, I hope any kids are looking at this, any parents looking at this, please get your kids to look at this, because at a younger age, if you can put that in your subconscious thought process, is what this whole show is about, like putting in good things, like good gas in the car and getting good results. That is like getting like a championship engine, getting this car right. This thing like that is legit, right? Like some people don't even see the three categories that you talked about, Jay.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? They just think
it's art.
But the fact that it is, and not only does it, but he breaks down how he went from that first one we just said, but then we'll go further with the second one. That is so vital and important. And I didn't think, this show blows my mind sometimes, because like it takes all kinds of curves, and we just on a ride. And I'm using the shit now because I'm stuck on some shit, right? I'm stuck on some stuff.
Right on.
And looking at being able to have that full game crossover, turnaround jumper, back. Right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
like,
yeah, man.
I'm fucking more goose.
That's how you go through.
Well, it's like we're from Louisiana. We love it, right? Yeah. And it's like and I always equate it to like with any situation, a lot of situations. It's like we all love gumbo, because you can't eat a huge pot of gumbo, but if you eat it, you just portion it out, freeze a little bit, warm it up, eat a little bit here and there. By the time you don't think about it, it's all gone. So when I think of projects or I think of things, I look like a big old pot of gumbo. It's no way. I'm just too full or too sick of it. I just can't do it all at once. Sometimes you gotta freeze this shit. Sometimes you gotta slow it down. Sometimes you gotta take it at its own pace. You gotta break this motherfucker down.
Share some with a friend.
Exactly. And that's how I've been able to sustain my career, my creativity, my happiness, my everything for so long, because I'm just me.
Humble.
I'm made by the creator,
that keeps
but
you
I'm
real
just
humble.
me. But I'm like, I could tackle this, but I don't. Just because I'm me and something's that big, that don't mean I can't, put up a challenge to it.
We sort of touched on something there, and it's a concept you taught me many years ago, and that is going pro.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
And that you, there was a certain time when you decided that you were going pro, that you would practice enough. What time was that? And tell me a little bit about how that came about. Like when you really realized, you say, hey, I'm pro now.
Well, all right. So since art grew, when I was from like 15 to like 18, then we parted ways, right? So here I am, at the time, and it wasn't like commonplace at the time. But at the time, I'm in the early 90s, and I'm 18. I got a kid. I love to skate, I love to draw. I live right off Magazine Street. I'm just like a kid, and I don't know much about none of this stuff. So I just kind of I just looked inside, bro.
Nice.
I just looked inside. So you got to do this shit. There's no plan B. Fuck it. You know, you like literally, like if there was anybody I ever met in my life that, you know, I was a teen parent and I became a teen parent. You know what it is? And I saw so many skateboarders and I saw so many rappers at the time, because you understand at the time I'm seeing people that inspired me. You're 17, like Danny Way was 16, Tony Hawk was like 18, you know, LL Cool J was like 21, right. Special Ed was 16. So these are the motherfuckers I'm seeing on TV every day. And so you sitting around there like, man, you know, almost like it's draft day. Like, you know, like it's almost like you're an amateur, and it's like, man, I got to turn pro because I need this check. Otherwise, I can't keep coming home and you know, the lights off, to this, that, and the third. I got to leave money for my mom. I go off to just crazy shit. So it's like, fuck this. So you looking at what your ability is, has nothing to do with skateboarding, has nothing to do with rap. You can't rap. You can skate pretty okay. You know, you're not great at it. You know, you're just okay.
Good, man. It's okay. You can say you're good at skating.
I'm all right. For over 50,
yeah,
I'm pretty good for over 50.
That's another thing that I saw.
I've been doing it for so long.
Another thing I heard that you talked about.
So, and I realized these guys got good because every day they do this all day. Same with music, right? And I said, well, you in your discipline, you do this all day, every day. So I said, you're pro. You are pro. You're professional. You are absolutely professional. You have nothing to lose. You're professional. So I remember approaching jobs. So here I am. I'm no longer in an art group. I'm single. I'm a young dad, you know, and jobs, you know, trying to get my first gigs. And I remember thinking like, you know, you have to approach this like you're a professional. I was call out numbers that I thought professionals should have. And when I started getting those numbers, knowing I can do the job, which was the job. What's the job? The fucking job. Since I was little, I bounced this ball, I put it in that hoop.
Yep.
Okay, now I call myself professional. I want you to pay me this much money. I'm going to take the same fucking ball and put it in that hoop. The only difference is you're going to give me a lot of money for this.
Right.
But I'm still doing the same fucking job. So that was the difference.
And getting better at your job too, and being clever, and like bringing.
But knowing your worth, I think, is so important. You know,
Yeah.
like get better enough to like where you have that self knowledge.
Yeah,
you
man.
looked inside and you said, "Hey, you know, I'm worth this. I'm worth
Yeah,
this.
man. I mean,
I'm a pro."
Because I had to look at it, it's like it's not just. So you get a lot of. I get a lot of because you're a kid, right? And then when you became an adult, it came the same way. Oh, El, you could do that. You could just whip that up real quick. You can sketch that out real quick. It's like telling a plumber, you can just fix that pipe real quick.
Make me a drawing.
Just make me a drawing right quick. Or like to a comedian, tell me a joke right quick. Or like, you know, Michael Jordan, just spin the ball on your finger real quick. Like, I knock your ass out. Like, what the fuck? Like, so when you notice that that's the mindset of a lot, you understand how to deal with it. So it don't become threatening, or it don't become, you know, like, you know, somebody belittle. It become funny as hell. I think most things are funny as hell.
Yeah.
So you know how to just wipe that shit like whatever and just keep pushing. And for the main thing for me, I love like what I was doing before I got here. When I'm doing, I leave. I'm going back home and sit on my my little thing and draw my iPad, and then I'm gonna paint. Because at the end of the day, all I really want to do is draw and paint. I just want to create. So you have to build the infrastructure around it. So it's almost like, okay, so my company, my graffiti name forever is L1, but I'm still just Lionel. But L1 protects the fuck out of Lionel. Just a little bit of, hey, how you doing? But L1 will knock your shit off. So I make sure to protect the artist.
Yeah.
And so I make sure I built an infrastructure around my piece. And sometimes, you know, the most peaceful, you have to be the most violent. So I make sure to protect my peace. So I make sure nothing gets within my my fortress of just being an artist.
I pride myself on saying certain cliches to myself to help reduce the angst, or don't let people rent space in your head for free. Like all these different things that really are part of who I am, and especially when times get darker or rougher, then I'll be like, you know, for a simplest thing like quitting something, like say, okay, I stopped drinking for 6 years, but not intentionally, and I'm not sober. But the point is, I told myself I drank my whole life. I can't stop drinking for it. Then challenge yourself, right? Like so then what you do, and have a unique ability to do it after sitting here listening to you, after knowing you all these many years. I am amazed on some of the thoughts and how you just come to those things. And I'm pretty sure I know why, because you work your mind out like people, and I told this to my kids, work your body out work your mind out the same way. And as a kid, since a 15-year-old kid, you've been doing gymnastics, thought process in your head, weighing them out, looking at them to the point where you've built something, and you've even built an exterior around it through just certain things that you've just, a cliche, so to speak, but that motivated you to build these things. I do that a lot too. But what I want to ask you the most is this. I know you probably got a ton of things that you do. You like. Do you? I know you mentor, probably you do some mentoring with kids, but I just think, man, what we're talking about here, we can bottle it and fucking sell it, man. Because I think our young kids need it. I need it. I'm fucking. People look at me and Jamie. As long as we're being honest here, and I feel bad about it, but then Jamie, most of the time on other shit, Whistle Monster, he's like telling me to not let Leroy Mitchell and Whistle Monster both be the same, because Leroy Mitchell is like he's always telling me what you're saying, and I'm an older person, so that's why I'm saying it's not just for young people, because older people still don't get what you got at 15 and still are understanding that there are big businesses that are being successful now that still do not understand that part. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's so valuable.
Your value.
Yeah.
What's your worth?
But that's a deeper thing too. Like, I have a therapist, I know that. Like, all of that shit is a deeper thing. And me, I not so much want to feel like these cards say, it's a very slippery slope sometimes when it's saying having grace for a person and giving people who are unworthy and all that stuff. And then having to say, look, I need to stand up for myself and all, because they can get blurred. They can get blurred. And it's not an easy thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It can, I mean, unless you exercise and strengthen your mind, obviously. And that's what I'm trying to say with these. But for me and Jamie, sometimes I feel myself going like, damn, bro, like, he's like my wife. You know what I mean? Because it seems like they both say the same thing, meaning,
right.
Like, you should be charging more, or you should be doing this. But me, I'm like people's time, and I'm always like, if it's for me to get it, ain't nobody stopping me. And if it ain't for me to get it, can't nobody help me.
That's real.
Another slippery slope, but just do have to have the stand-up ability, self-worth this. And a lot of young kids, if they don't have that strength like you had, L, it could go completely the opposite direction, bro.
It can.
You know what I mean?
It can.
You are blessed. You are strong, brother. Your action speaks louder than your words. That's why we have you sitting here all the time.
I appreciate it, bro.
And I mean, did I wake up today and think that I was going to be feeling like this inspired and have like a piece of a puzzle that I've been trying to put together fit, or something I can put in there to see if it fits the right way? But I already know if I take the pro approach, I don't know if you got it, you can coin it, whatever. If I take the pro approach to my life towards some of these things, because I still am very fucking amateur at it. But even though I'm at a high level,
right,
I don't have that pro aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when I turn a pro aspect on, I used to say, I feel like I'm just grabbing low hanging fruit, right, and grabbing that. I need to climb the fucking tree and shake that motherfucker. That's the pro approach, and I'm just like cooling, helping everybody do it, like taking that easy, low-hanging fruit approach. And I appreciate that, seeing that in you and understanding that, because I mean, me and you, we've been tight, but I mean, this getting deeper, and it's Jamie's questioning. And maybe it's had something to do with our pre-production meeting, Jamie.
But but to your credit, I've gone through my whole career, even with a lot of my friends, a lot of even whatever, because it's obvious what I do. Just like being a black person, which is amazing. Because it's obvious, things are obvious. I don't get questioned. I've never really been questioned a lot. So a lot of stuff people will never ever, or have never asked, which I kind of walk through life with almost like almost like you have it's your real thing on, but it's almost like you feel like they're looking at you through a costume, because there's so many assumptions. But it's not for me I don't have the time or the interest to sway you one way or another. I just don't give two fucks. But that's great to watch.
Some of the things, Lionel, that you've done as a pro are really fascinating. Here, giving back to your city. Could you tell us a little bit about your involvement with the skate park in the Ninth Ward and just how skateboarding has sort of led to giving back to your community?
Oh, shoot. All right, cool. First of all, I'll be at Parasite tonight.
There you go.
I got the family dinner.
There you
And both my sons, my older son, he's in his 30s, and my younger son, he's 15, and we all skate. Like, it's just something we all do because I've been doing it forever. So I was able to do murals there. I was able to paint a skate ramp there. I try my best to give as much loot as I can to them. I try to spend much time there, and still skate and just still stay involved. So
and the Parasite skate park is the one you're talking about now.
Yeah,
and that's underneath the overpass there on Paris Avenue.
I've seen it.
Yeah, and I also got a series of boards out. And series of skate. I got 3 skateboards. I should have brought some over here too. I didn't. My bad. So I got a series of skateboards out, like 3.
How can folks get them?
You can get them at Humidity.
All right.
You can get them on Parasite's website and on my website as well.
Chad knows there's still Humidity or no? No, not really. I don't know. Okay.
No, I don't,
But yeah,
I'm not sure about,
What kind of boards are they?
Well, one of them is Melanated Menace, which is like a character I came up with because I figured the way I've seen it for centuries now, if you're melanated, you're kind of a menace to society to a certain degree. So one board that's themed as that. One is a character I came up with. It's just really kind of cool. Ninth Ward skate kid, he's one. And the other one just says L1 because no one, just to introduce the new cats to, the old era of me and what I do. So it's those three signature boards we have out now.
Nice touches.
Doing well.
I like that.
They're pretty cool. I should have brought them. My bad. I forgot.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I did bring.
While we're
That's all
talking
we got
about
to-
it, grab another piece of art back there. Let's show off some of Lionel's designs. Now, is this similar to the style that you're doing on your skateboards?
I want to
No,
jump.
well, the NOLA one is similar to it, but this one I did for Glenn David Andrews.
Nice.
Come next.
Let's take a look at that NOLA one back there. This one here was shown.
Yeah, that Glenn one was a lot of fun working with him.
There you go.
Super fun.
And then tell us a little bit about this piece with the roses in there.
All right, so I got a series I'm doing. It's on my pages now and on my site about all these different women, right? So I credited the fact that I always did like a lot of different guys and musicians that were dudes and stuff. So I said, let me just do a series of women just existing. They don't have to do anything in particular. They don't have to be the most attractive. They ain't got to be the most
Just real people.
Just regular, down home. Thank you for existing, and thank you for the fact I wouldn't be here without you.
I love
so
that.
she's one of the first ones I did of that, and the name of this piece is called Respond, because she just
Nice.
because she's waiting for she's just waiting for somebody to respond to what she's
Love it.
calling out.
Oh, dude.
And then let's see that NOLA one
Beautiful
back there.
response.
Thank you,
This
bro.
this one here, I really like.
So, Glenn?
You have done
yeah.
a series of murals around the city, kind of based loosely on this design.
Yeah, I have. So initially, I did that with we had which is crazy. We had the 23rd a few years back with the 23rd anniversary of Real World NOLA. And so they what do you call it? Paramount hired me to do a mural on magazine St. Mary. So boom, I knocked that out. But from there, the design itself, because I made it, it got and I understand licensing. Yes.
See, that's part of that pro action right there.
Yeah, you gotta stay pro.
We learned about
so,
that with the new show.
So I was able to license this in, as you said, in several different ways. So, yeah, NOLA's done very well for me. Yeah, it's been good.
And the real world has been a big effect.
That was
on
mad
you.
fun. That was fun. Yeah, different things as I think back. As I think back and I look at stuff now, I was able to just parlay it into other stuff.
How did you get involved with the real world people?
Oh, I was doing I was with a friend of mine named Jamie Bernstein. I met this.
Shameless publicity.
What did we do? Where were we at?
I got rejected from with Jonathan Ferrara's show. He was like, "Yo,
Right.
come to the show." Like, I go though.
John's coming after
and
you
why,
with his
why
show.
did I have to go to the show? Do you remember?
I think you got accepted.
No. I had to
got
go there
rejected.
because I was helping Frenchie. Frenchie was painting the show that
Yo,
night.
I know, and I was like, man, this white people night. Because y'all go, I'm like, man, I'm pretty good at what I do. Why ain't
I'm
got
like,
no brothers on the
you
wall?
gotta come with me.
He
man.
was like,
wait a
come
minute.
on. I got in the back of the truck. He had a truck.
Yeah, I had a old
Dude,
pickup
you know,
truck.
I feel like I'm you guys on a high wire over my head talking over there because I don't have no idea what's going on. Old jokester got into it over here. So wait a minute. So I gotta ask, why did you get rejected from Jonathan Ferrara's?
I get rejected for it. Man, you know what? I didn't realize this. I was in my like 40s, bro. And one of my friends, he was like, yo, El, you've been pretty good at your art. So I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, we just sitting around, do what we do. And I never thought about this stuff. And it's funny when people tell you this thing kind of stuff. I bust out laughing when he said it. He was like, I'm pretty sure you go through a lot of rejection in your life, huh? And I thought about it, and I was like,
That's not cool.
well,
man.
damn, yeah. So the answer is yes. The answer is I never thought about it, but the answer is hell yeah. Like,
Oh,
bro.
so what are you trying to say, bro? What I'm saying?
Well, it feels like you know what? At first, I bust out leg. I thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
The second, of course, the reality sets in. You're like, wait a minute. Fuck you saying, man? But then what kicked in was sports. I thought about, wait a minute. If you bat at me you throw a ball at me 10 times. I hit it 3 times. I'm going pro. Fuck it. I'm good.
Right, exactly.
I'm good.
That's
I'll
a lot
take
of people
it.
forget that
I'll
thing
take
right
it.
there.
And I don't
A lot of
forget.
people
I don't
forget
forget that motherfucker. If I hit
Yeah.
that motherfucker 1 time out of 10, I'm good.
You know
I'm
what?
good.
I always,
that reminds me of something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and that is you never fail if you never give up.
Come on.
yeah, that's
Come
number
on.
one right
Come
there,
on.
bro.
Come
You,
on.
you
Hey, look,
never
here's-
fail if you
I'm
never
taking-
give up.
Come on.
So 2 people I really listen to a lot, like a lot. And this person, Jamie, always make fun of me about it, but David Goggins.
No, I love that dude.
So David Goggins is this
never heard
dude who
of
this is his brother who used to be like 300 pounds. His dad used to be, he was really just depressed like this. He wanted to be a Navy SEAL. He wanted to be a SEAL. And he went into the place. They told him not only was he not going to be a Navy SEAL, but there's only been 36 African-American Navy SEALs, and he was not going to be 37. Long story short, this dude is for sure, most mentally tough person that I know that's on this fucking earth. This dude has changed so many things. So he not only became a Navy SEAL, obviously, but he also now runs like 300-mile races. This motherfucker broke the world's record from 4,000 push-ups to 6,000. pull-ups to 6,000 pull-ups.
Damn.
Like, this dude is nasty, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know? And so what struck me when you said this in your comment, because he has a word, and there's no failure. You just gotta get there. There's no such thing as failure. Like he said, he motherfucker talking about he didn't make the 4,000 pull-ups.
Yeah.
They're fucking on the sofa eating fucking chips. Can't even do 100 of them. How the fuck did he fail? He didn't fail. It was just his first try. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers be talking about like he failed. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you. Yo, look, I grew up. I grew up as they were called in the Jerry curl era. And I grew up down south, and people had like what they call good hair. So with that said, and I'm dark skinned, so at the end of the day, when I grew up, I was considered ugly. All right, so I was dark skinned, busy, and ugly. That's how I was considered ugly. So I know all about rejection. So when I got into like adult life, and it came down to work and money. What? Right. No? Okay. Next.
Right. And so, but what he talks about is that's just the first time. The
Yeah,
second time.
man.
And the more that you do it, the better that you get at it. And the same way like you did. And look, one of the things I don't want to pass up that was very important to anybody who's watching that Lionel said, besides what he did to motivate himself, and this is so important, and this is for me too, it hit me. Practiced every day.
Yes, indeed.
Practice every day.
Get your ibis in.
Because look, when you say pro, the connection is like my wife and I see them. They see athletes on TV and they're like, "Man, wow, he's in shape." I say, all he fucking do is work out every fucking day.
Right,
That's what he
right,
I could be in shape like that too if all I had to do is fucking work out. But not like a NFL. My point is, when you do something so many times, it's not a failure. You just overdoing it until it get it to where you want, or maybe not where you want. But I love that part from Goggins. My other person I listen to, I believe a lot of. I think the dude is my spirit animal. I didn't really know him until like later, after he was already famous. But Rick Rubin, that motherfucker, bro, you need to listen to some of this shit. He is like. I mean, I know who he is. You probably know him from Accolade. I didn't even know who. I know he did something like this. Is another thing here.
There we go.
Speaking of legends, I had to like drop this
Ninth
guy.
Ward's famous,
bruh.
I love your technique on this one, Al. I like the way you did the drips.
You had it in a good spot. If you can hold it like you held
Get that vomit on. Get your vomit on.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Had to get the fats. Yo, fats was a big inspiration because I lived 4 blocks. I grew up down in Carson Canal, on the Lower 9.
Nice.
And dude was 4 blocks away from me, right behind Pugilas. If anybody from downtown, from Ninth Ward, know about Pugilas. And I would pass his house up every day to go to catch the St. Clair bus.
He's right from your neighborhood.
4 blocks away. I always knew I'd never been the most known person ever. Is that what rejection? I live 4 blocks past Domino. I never been the most hood famous person out of Ninth Ward. You got past Domino.
Right.
It's amazing.
No problem, right?
Man, pink and white house.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But
no pressure.
man, I mean, Lionel, I got to tell you, bro, you are definitely, and I know you don't like using this word. I don't like people using words for me, but you are an icon, bro. You really are. No. I'm being honest with you. And you know why? Because and I think a lot of it has to do with exposure and publicity and things like that, right? If people see you for a very long time and you have longevity and doing things over and over and over, whether it's the dude that stands on the street at the light, you see you do this crazy thing. He's an icon. He's legendary because people remember that, and it's like etched into their brains and who they think and what they see. And the thing is that, I mean, you've been consistently doing the same thing. It's really sweet to be able to pull the curtain back, and chat with you.
It's fun.
But we talked about the commercial thing. Can we jump on the next thing that you do? And how you, because you know how you, that whole thing was commercial. And, wow, we're cruising up in here. We're not going to stop when it's rolling. That's what we promised. But so dude, the next level, once you hit the 15, you did all that, you were at commercial, you tapped out. Not say tapped out, because you'll still do commercial stuff. It's not like it's over.
All the time.
But what was the next move in your mind?
I you know what?
You didn't think about it?
I didn't think about it. It's all of it, no matter what category you put it in. No matter.
Same approach.
It's the same approach, and it's all drawing and painting. That's the thing about it. It's just drawing and painting. Like, for me, it's, like I said, similar to basketball is the best way to equate it, because I work every day. I work on my jump shots. Every day I work on these different parts of the game. Every day. But I knew I was born talented, but I treated my gift. I don't cheat my gift, and I treat it like I'm not talented. So I practice in every part of it. So I definitely act like I'm not talented.
Can you say that one more time? That's one thing.
I said I was born talented, but I practice like I'm not talented. So I practice hard.
No, you don't cheat your gift, and you don't.
I never cheat my gift.
You practice like you weren't. That's the thing.
I practice like I'm not talented.
Right.
All the time. I mean, I just practice like I'm not talented. Like I keep going. I'll do the same. I'll run the same play over and over again. I draw the same thing over. I'll make sure I can do certain things like hands or eyes or backgrounds, or I work on colors, or I work on the theories of these, or I work on what goes together. What ideas. I just mix and match it all. And every day I challenge myself in no particular way to get better and better and better and better, because I can remember if I can, even when I draw something, I can think of I can remember I couldn't do this head fake, or I couldn't do this type of head fake,
right.
Or I couldn't do, or sometimes I remember I couldn't do a kickflip on my page, but now I can with my hand, certain type of things I can, I couldn't do a no comply, or I couldn't do this. It's just certain
techniques.
It's just certain techniques I work on a daily basis, so I make sure that I stay sharp. And it's not like, they got somebody behind you going to kick your job, or they got somebody in front you're trying to get to. I don't care. I mean, they got, there'll come a time when nobody ever knew I existed. There was a time before I existed.
Yeah.
I'm just here for this existence.
Yeah.
how does that thing say? You know, the future has already happened. I mean, the past has already happened. The future will never come. We only have the present. And if a watch was truly honest, it would say now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And so just approach it like that. And so when I think of like just practicing, like I'm not talented, you know, I think of Kobe Bryant a lot. You know, he's
He's in there too.
He's definitely like.
In terms of people who you idolize.
Yeah, as a pro, I like Eddie Murphy. I love Eddie Murphy. I love Kobe Bryant. I love Kobe Bryant so much I named my son Kobe.
Awesome.
And it's like, it's kind of wild because I named my son Kobe 10 years before Kobe died, and Kobe Bryant died 10 years to the date of one day before my son's birthday.
Whoa.
Like the day Kobe Bryant died, my son's birthday was the next day.
Ouch.
And I've been, and I told my son, I said, nobody will have your name for at least 10 years before that, because nobody's named Kobe.
Right.
So way before 10 years before Kobe died, I named my son Kobe because I thought Kobe just his work ethic, and I just watched. I'm older than he is, so I just watched this kid.
Dude, Kobe's one of those people. As far as the cliches go, like you have, bro, he has some real good ones. He has like the whole part about where he talks about being dangerous when we'll say, okay, you're gonna do something. Like if you you sign a contract with yourself, and you say you're gonna do something. Like if you're gonna wake up at 5 o'clock and you're gonna do this and you're gonna do this, then you got to do it. You can't say, okay, well I'm gonna take the day off and do it tomorrow. He goes, that kind of stuff is dangerous, and that hit me when he says that. You know what I mean? Because he's like he is callousing, and this is another David Goggins thing. He's callousing his mind and everything to there is no other way out besides going through with this contract that you made with yourself. Like, and he would write it down, sign a contract to himself. Like all the stuff you say you're gonna do, like how you saying going pro, and like
absolutely.
That whole but Kobe has a lot.
Well, you got to hold yourself accountable in a lot of ways, you know, and it's part of what I post today. I mean, a lot of time, not only do I work hard, I don't care if nobody ain't looking, you know. I don't. It's never been. You know, like right now, I'm here. I'm on a field trip. You know, this is considered a field trip for me. You know, and art is a quiet, lonely sport. You know, it's a very quiet sport and a very lonely sport. So you have to have a lot of self-discipline. You know, you definitely have to have. I mean, because I was talking to a friend of mine who plays pro ball. You know, he's retired now because he knows our age and stuff. But he can remember when everybody remember when he got signed and all. And I remember laughing because we were sitting there, you know, doing what we do. And I said, it's kind of hard to contract after that third check, huh? He said, boy, you wild. But as an artist, it's the same way, but you ain't got to play next Sunday.
Right.
And that
you feel me? So how you sustain 40-something years and you ain't got to play next Sunday? And if you don't play next Sunday, you don't feel like that. You don't get it next Sunday. You don't get the playoffs either. You never get the Super Bowl ring either. Ever.
You feel me? Keep on it.
You got to keep on it. You got to keep on it. You got to make sure. So I'll look at it like I say it for me with life in this game of art. It's like I'm not guaranteed, but I'm highly disappointed in myself if I don't go deep in the playoffs every season, every year.
Right.
No matter what category we're. I mean, you got to go deep in the playoffs. I mean, you don't have to get a ring every year, but you got to go deep in the playoffs because you're built for that. That sustainability, and you knew that in your teens, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and now in your 50s. You completely understand, like, this is what sustainability looks like. This is what, you know, do the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying?
That's some next level game.
So,
right
yeah,
there.
it is. One of the things that reminded me about was the consistency. And one of the things about consistency, I just had this conversation just the other day with my kid, and a lot of good things coming and happening to her, but with success, you know, you could get real soft real quick. Ooh. And I said like a rotten grape soft, right? And I was explaining to her before I broke the world's record for the loudest human whistle.
Come on.
I fucking straight up was practicing. You guys my age. You know, I remember Ella Fitzgerald. Yeah. Is it live or is it Memorex?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So she break the shit. So before I broke the record, I was like looking up that, seeing what type of piece of plane of glass she had to get right to break the glass. And then I ended up getting the opportunity to be on MTV with when they came. It was like 2002, and I was dating this chick. They were going to pick her, and she said, "Why don't you do your whistle thing?"
Mm-hmm.
So they accepted me, and then they not only accepted me, they asked me, "Did I ever think about breaking the world's record?"
Yeah.
And I said, "No, I didn't." So once I broke the world's record on MTV, I became soft. I was like, "Fuck trying to break the glass." You know what I mean? Like I gave up. I didn't do it. I gave up.
You know what?
I did not give up. I got soft.
Hey, maybe we got
But
a
the
new
drive,
goal. Maybe
but
we got
the
a new
drive, I mean, let's spin this back around a little bit. But the drive is this. The drive was that I personally wanted to make sure that she heard this part. I had another person that told me this just really one of those cliches that fucking just stick with me until this moment. It talks about keeping the hunger. He goes, if you think about Thanksgiving Day, you think about eating at Thanksgiving, like even right now, like we're thinking, okay, we'll eat something during Thanksgiving. You have that hunger during Thanksgiving, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get to Thanksgiving Day, you've been dying for the turkey, you eat that fucking turkey, you've been dying, you eat so much, you get all full, and then you come back about 3 hours, 4 hours later, and you look at it. You got to keep that same hunger that you had the first bite you had. You can't really eat no more. Now you're kind of full.
Yeah.
And that's how psychologically you get sometimes. When you get a lot of sex, you get psychologically full. And that hunger is not there. But the key psychologically, I was explaining to her, is to keep that hunger that you had when you didn't eat it before all the time.
I'm seeing. I don't never wake up not wanting to do it. I just because of the passion and love I have for it, and there's a hunger too because and what I haven't said, I never feel like, and I don't want to ever be. I don't want to be the best.
Right.
That's not a goal of mine. I just want to be. I never want to be like wake up one day I'm the best at that. I don't give a fuck about all that.
Exactly.
I just want to be good at what I do. I don't have fun with it. I want to continue to chill. Enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So, and I think that's what brings in a lot of happiness I got. A lot of success I've had, and a lot of just dope ass lifestyle I've lived for many decades because it's fucking fun. Like I literally just, people younger than me back in the day, they built pyramids.
Yeah,
There's no fucking pyramid school. There's no pyramid college.
that's for sure.
You feel me?
Oh, I'm down.
All I gotta do is draw and paint. I'm the hieroglyphic cat. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
If you cut us back years ago, I'm painting hieroglyphics. So my belief system is before time was recorded. So I kind of look at it like that. Like America to me is a young boy. It was like 300-400 years, a couple hundred years old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Young boy with young rules, young ways. So
I'm with you, man.
you got to think beyond the borders. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy. It's not hard. It's just what it is. It's existence.
It's existence.
It's existence.
The people out there, they might be curious after our conversation where they could find some of your art, maybe get a cool hat like the one you're wearing. Do you have a spot where people can grab it?
They can check my stuff out at lionelmilton.com or check me out at Lionel Milton Art on Instagram. Real simple.
Killing.
That's it.
I love it.
Hopefully you can have I get one of those hats that not a lot of people have because I like my own style of it.
Nah, yo, I do these with this cat out in what do you call it? In Florida.
All right.
And I got some. I need
that old pink one that nobody wanted. That old blue, powder blue one nobody liked. That's my shit right there.
If you're out there listening, go to YouTube and subscribe to us. You can see Lionel's hat, and actually, we all have very interesting hats on today, so you can check out.
See Lionel's hat.
I got Birdies. Speaking of Florida, my boy Zach out there in Florida, Birdies.
I think that's a good one for the
the
day right there.
Get that bitch.
Whistle, you want to tell them about the 6 things we try to do around here?
Yeah. So look, the 6 things we have this thing called the Big 6, right?
All right.
Big 6 things are the things that people can do that's okay, that they don't always do. Always have empathy. The first 3 have empathy, humility, and compassion for yourself first, because if you don't have it first for yourself, you can't give it to anybody else.
Yeah.
And then the last 3 is always help people. Because helping people, you probably know this already, is an inside job, right? When you help people, you're going to be feeling good like a motherfucker, because especially if they really like it. And then the second part is the 5th one is always try to be better, because nobody we know is perfect. I don't know any perfect people.
And that being better thing really resonated with me today. Just what you were saying about the work you put in. You know,
I gotta put the work in.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, gotta make the donuts. The donuts ain't gonna make themselves.
Make the donuts.
Gotta make them. Who gonna make these
Always.
donuts, man?
Always. And then the sixth thing that we loved, one of the biggest things that I love the most out of the big six is leave the world better than you found it.
Boom.
Like, you could do it in so many different ways, right? So many different ways. But what we're talking about is having a meeting with a stranger that you didn't meet, that you didn't know when you woke up. Having a good encounter with them.
Yeah.
And then going off and having it go 3 or 4-fold, both of y'all doing the same thing. That's leaving the world better than you found it. You can do it with air, water, and food and stuff like that. But what we're talking about is a good energy, a good vibe. Like, how many people, bro, have you not made the world better for by with these kids with the skate park? People have your art hanging in their house. Smile is just serotonin and dopamine going in their heads. Yeah. And they're sitting there.
Smiles is cool.
You're just dumping it on. And that's making the world better than you found it. And that's what this whole show is about.
You know, if there was a school for what we're doing with this Good Vibes News Network, you would be a grandmaster, because you always bring in the vibes with your art, with your attitude,
love y'all, bro.
And you're
Love
always
y'all.
lifting other people up. Thank you, man.
Hey,
I want to remind everybody out there that the world is full of good people.
And if you don't see one,
be one.
Yeah, you're right. And one thing I also want to say, we want to put this out.
That's dope, man.
We are going to take the pro approach for only Good Vibes News Network.
Go pro.
We're in a trading camp right now.
Subscribe,
Yes.
share.
Yes.
We need you to help us go pro.
Yes.
Like, subscribe,
That's it.
share.
Yes, go pro,
Help us
go pro.
Go pro.
Go
Yeah, we
pro.
might have to go get GoPro as a sponsor.
Yeah, you're right. Like, for real, right? Like, for real. Like,
We
for
about
real,
to go
for real.
pro.
y'all.
I love
For
you.
real.
Love you.
Love y'all
Thanks for
back,
your
bro.
time, bro.
Absolutely, love y'all.
But we got a vibe, y'all. We got a vibe. I can tell by your smile that you're in my tribe. We got a vibe.